This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Clint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Inside the Off-the-Wall Advertising Mancave, Jason Walker Show is on the air. It's so much fun. We got a big show today. Clint Layng's going to join us. Talk Jefferson football. We'll talk Townsend gridiron stuff with Joe Horne and much more still to come, including On This Day in History, the walk-off. Get you set for the weekend. Big sports. I will be off to Missoula later to announce with SWX the Sentinel at Big Sky volleyball match. So looking forward to that. The Walk Up brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions. Create the log home of your dreams and your budget. Milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Where are we starting at on this show that you can watch on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch? No, not Twitch. True Social. Also, you can listen Spotify, iHeart Podcast, Google, Apple, JasonWalkerShow.com for all of your everything needs, and also check out Continental Divide Radio. Big night on the volleyball court last night in Frontier. Montana Western sweeps 9th-ranked Tech at Butte. Tech now, we're both teams 3-1 in conference. Tech is 14-3, ranked 9th in the country. Western is 16-2 and has not cracked the top 25. But they put it on the Diggers last night. And the first time that Tech has lost at home this year on the volleyball court. Northern swept Carroll in volleyball action as well. All volleyball returns back to action on Saturday. Got Frontier football this week. Carroll's off. Everybody else in action. Going to be a great weekend of football. Tech. And is it Tech and Western this week? I think it is. Yeah, that'd be a good one. What else did we see? College of Idaho's in action as well. We all know that. Yeah, I think it's Tech Western this weekend in Butte. It is Hall of Fame weekend up in Great Falls. The University of Providence will induct 6 new members into its Hall of Fame. And you've got hockey, men's and women's soccer, volleyball in action as well. Gary Ennis, Ray Ames, Ross Mosher, Doug Robinson, Kelsey Van Uden, and also Judy Van Atta Adams. Judy Van Atta averaged over 21 points one year when she played for then College of Great Falls. We've had her husband, Mark Adams, on the show a few times. We'll get Judy on next week. We'll try. That is awesome. And it's a long time coming. I don't know why Judy Van Atta took this long to get to the Hall of Fame at Providence, but it's about time she did. And it's well-deserved. She was an absolute great player for the Argos back in the day with women's hoops. Ross Mosher, wrestling. We all know how good he was. Especially in the rodeo circuit as well. Doug Robinson, great career. And super, super fun to see those guys. Judy is, back to Judy Van Atta, the all-time leader in points per game with 19.7 for a career, averaged 22.2 in one season. Is still 10th in total points. Third most points in school history in a single season with 578. Mosier, 165-pound national champ. Gary Ennis, former softball coach, AD. Robinson, unbelievable. All selection is Frontier, all conference his senior season. Was at West for a long time as the basketball coach. Put out a couple of great kids as well. So congratulations to those 6 Argos going into the Hall of Fame. That's very cool. Speaking of basketball, I can't wait to watch this. We talk about house that Rob built, about Robin Selvig and his legacy with the Lady Grizz. Malia Kipp, who I got the honor to meet last June down in Billings, former Lady Grizz basketball player, she had a documentary done on her, Native Ball, Legacy of a Trailblazer. PBS will air it in November, and there'll also be multiple screenings across the state. Kipp from Browning, the first Native American woman to receive a full-ride D1 scholarship in Montana, first woman to be inducted in the Montana Indian Athletic Hall of Fame. And I cannot wait to see this film. It is going to be fantastic. There'll be a public screening at MSU Billings Friday night, October 9th, or I guess Monday night. What night is the 9th? That is Monday night. There'll also be a panel there at MSUB. Buddy Windy Boy, famous left hand, Cola Bad Bear. You can watch it November 1st at the University of Montana Center Ballroom, Billings Public Library, public screening in Helena coming up. Both of those in mid-November. So can't wait to see that one. Malia Kipp is fantastic, and I had the honor, like I said, to meet her and talk with her down in Billings at the Montana Football Hall of Fame induction. She was there for the Speak Up Symposium, and she got the chance to talk about the struggles of being Native American and succeeding. And it's fantastic. Fantastic story with Malia Kipp. So check your Montana PBS starting in November. Very cool. Very cool. Big high school games this weekend. You've got Big Sky games, the Grizz at UC Davis. Bobcats on a bye week. So no Bobcat football. Carroll's on a bye week, so no Saints either. This is cool. We all know how Team USA got beat in the Solheim, and the American men got absolutely drilled at the Ryder Cup. Former Montana golf star, though, Scott Anderson. I don't know why this just came out, but Bridges Cup in France back in April, the Americans, he was on that team, defeated the Europeans. Anderson was 2-1 in team matches, also won his singles match. So congratulations to the 41-year-old there. He was good in high school. 2 AA titles at Great Falls High, was second as a senior, went to Ohio State, turned pro in 2005 after graduating with 2 degrees from Ohio State. Very cool. Let's see here. Mentioned big games coming up. Volleyball tonight, Missoula's SWX. We will have that coverage. Or they'll have that coverage, and I just get to be there, which will be a lot of fun. What is that? Okay. I think that is it. For the walk-up, it is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com. Coming right back to the Off-the-Wall Mancave, we'll check in down in Townsend with Joe Horne, the head coach. Big game coming up this week for the Bulldogs, and we'll talk about that next here on the Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Lil Jon live in Bozeman with special guest Chingy. Curated dance party by DJ Aspen and Bozeman's own Missy O'Malley. Get your tickets now.
Jason Walker here, and if you're like me, some nights are mine to cook at home, and there's only one place that I know I can trust for a quick, easy meal for my family. Dinner's Done Right. When I stop into Dinner's Done Right, I trust that there will be a great selection of food that is healthy and easy to cook, either that night with their ready-to-make dinners, or I can plan for a weekend dinner from their frozen choices. And when I'm out and about in town, I know I can stop in for the grab-and-go salad bar with the freshest ingredients and homemade dressings. For monthly menus and more, visit dinnersdoneright.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Hanging out off the wall advertising man cave. I got a picture the other day. I'm getting a Fergus Golden Eagle football helmet. Also getting a Glacier football helmet. Talked to Grady Bennett the other day. If you would like your school represented behind us or around us with helmet, get a hold of me. Have your coach get a hold of me. Jason at jasonwalkershow.com or 406-209-1267. And that's how you can weigh in anytime, along with the Twitter at JWalkerSports. Excited to call volleyball tonight over in Missoula with SWX. And third week in a row I get to call something with SWX. It's fun, but looking forward to Sentinel. Big Sky at Big Sky. Going to be a fun. I'm looking at the rosters, and it's going to be a fun match. Some pretty good volleyball players over there in Missoula. So that'll be a fun one. Looking forward to that. Also looking forward to tomorrow when Townsend goes on the road down to Columbus and picks up a victory. Be an upset. And joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline to talk about his team and preview tomorrow night's game is head coach Joe Horne on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach, a tough one against a really good Three Forks team last week. Tell me about it.
We just didn't play good defense. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. We made a lot of mistakes that just kind of really showed the age of our team in some spots. Three Forks is a great team. They play extremely hard, and their quarterback and a couple of their receiver kids, just skill position wise, crazy athletic, and they play hard. Their line did a good job blocking. It just kind of boiled down to, we just lacked a lot of maturity in some situations and some moments. But there was a lot of good things that we could take out of that game. There was moments in that game where, things could have shifted. I really think in the high school ranks, a lot of these kids are, they're really a momentum driven team. And, some coaches don't believe in momentum and, stuff like that. But with high school kids after this long, when good things happen, they play a little bit harder. They play a little bit higher level up. And we had moments to create that momentum and make some plays in that game. And we didn't make those. So, that's what kind of we've been working on this week. And, shamelessly I did. I stole the line from Coach Murray over at East Helena and told our kids this week, I was like, we need your best when your best is needed. We had Three Forks backed up, had a punt, downed it on the 1 yard line. Had them 3rd and 10 from the 1 and got a great pass rush. Quarterback threw the ball out early and hit our linebacker right in the chest. And feet came down. He was standing in the end zone and we dropped that ball. It's a mistake kids make it at every level of football. But we flipped that script and we catch that ball and we got a pick 6 and now it's 14-7 and our kids get a little bit of belief that, hey, we're in this thing, we can do this. And instead that kind of goes the other way and deflates them a little bit. And, the next down, we miss a couple tackles and then they run for 23 yards to get a first down coming out of the end zone. So, little moments like that, there just seem to be a lot of them in that game. So, but that's not to take anything away from Three Forks. They played a great game. Like I said, their kids played hard and they don't make a bunch of mistakes.
Isn't it weird that we talk about kids and momentum and, one play doesn't define a game, obviously, but one play can help things turn around and like you said, give you belief. It's just, like I've said it a bunch on this show, but they're 16 to 18-year-old kids, and I think we forget that sometimes.
Absolutely. And if you watch a lot of Saturday football, sometimes it's hard even for me to look at, college players and realize, hey, those are only, 19 to 24-year-olds, unless you're watching a BYU game, then they're 30. But, it's hard to remember that those are, even those guys, they're still kids, they're not NFL players that this is all they do all day.
Right.
And then high school level, especially, they really thrive on, on good moments. And as much as they thrive on good moments when they make plays, they also really they get down when things don't go their way, and especially when things don't go their way consistently sometimes in some seasons. And, every team's been a part of it. It's tough to keep bringing them back sometimes. So, that's really what we worked on is finding the good things that we're doing. The mistakes, the situation, those are easy to pick out, but those can't be the focus. That can't be what we look at. We got to just keep looking at, our small victories and the things that we're doing good. And to be honest with you, offensively, our kids, they're playing better and they're moving the ball. They're putting things together. They're starting to understand the system. With so many freshmen, in there, and the jump from middle school to high school football is a big jump, especially high school varsity football. And we've got a lot of kids right now that are, they're forced into that role of, they never come off the field in a varsity game, and it's a faster game for them. Definitely a more physical game for them. There's a lot of physical changes between, coming out as an 8th grader and you're the big dog out there on the field, and you step on as a freshman, you're a small pup again.
Yep, absolutely. It's true. Townsend football coach Joe Horne joining us, Jason Walker Show. Flip the script. You go to Columbus this week, another very, very good football team. What's made Columbus consistent over the last few years?
I think, they're just the tenacity in which they play. They just keep playing hard. And this year, they've got, I think I looked, they've got a lot of older kids and stuff, but older kids, the younger kids, and we tell our kids the same thing. If you're a sophomore, we don't ever walk on that field and say you're a sophomore. You're just a bulldog. So we expect you to play the same, whether you're a sophomore to a senior. But that older kid leadership, and they've had some leadership, and now they're really showing it. They got a couple athletes on that team that are just, they got some wheels. They're fast, and I guess I just led into that. But they offensively, they love to just throw wheel routes and send the ball long, and they'll get a step or two behind the defense, and they just keep coming back to it. And those kids just keep running and keep running and keep running and keep running, and they never slow down. And they just kind of wear teams down that way. And for, watching some game film, I did watch the Jefferson game with them. And to be honest, and I know I'm a defensive coach and a linebacker guy, but boy, the amount of missed tackles that I watched in the Three Forks game and that I watched in, these games versus Columbus, people just got to start tackling. You tackle and it completely changes the game.
Yeah.
And there's so many missed tackles, in our game last Friday, Jefferson's game last Friday, we just got to clean that up. Kids we just got to make tackles in those moments.
It is, fundamentals and assignment and alignment. I'll throw that phrase out before you do today, but and that's at every level too. You look at the NFL, you look at, high-powered college teams, missed tackles can cost you a game. If you have a 3rd and 7 and you miss a tackle and the guy gets 8 yards, that's a chance for you guys to get another possession and go down and score.
Exactly. And we really talked about that this week is, hey, let's get to those 3rd down situations. Let's get off the field and put the ball in our offensive hands. It's really funny to say that in Class B because, let's get off the field. We're not subbing anybody in. We're same 11 guys. We're just going to flip and, we're going to just snap the ball to ourselves this time is all, but that's really been a focus is just, is just making those fundamental plays. A lot of the things that go wrong on ours is just mistakes like that, missing tackles. Offensively, it's the same thing. Last Friday we got down inside the red zone and we got, we just throw a long ball, make a great catch. We're going kind of getting amped up to go. And the first snap after that, we get a holding call or go, block the wrong guy and we go backwards 5 yards. And as soon as that happens, it just deflates. And, just small mistakes like that we keep, kind of trying to clean up. But, I will say the kids' effort for it has been great. They had a good week of practice again. And we've really been talking a lot about, you're never going to be criticized by somebody doing more than you. So, any outside noise, anything that's being said, don't shake all that stuff off because, we're here working every day. We're the ones putting in the time. Those kids are working hard. They're banging around at practice and then going out and playing all 4 quarters on Friday night. And, with phones and social media and chit-chatting, and I don't think, I've heard anything about it, but, it's always there for these kids. It's just like, sometimes you got to turn off the outside world and any negative noise in situations that you're in when things aren't going your way all the time. And you just got to focus on those that are actually showing up and have the courage to step out on the field. And our kids have done a really good job of that. They're going to keep grinding until the end.
Townsend coach Joe Horne, our guest here, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. All right, you're not as old as me, but it is National Get Funky Day today. Funkiest dance moves that you have?
Any dance move that I have is funky. To be honest with you, I don't know.
The dad dance moves.
I got dad dance moves. I tell you what, here in our household, my wife loves to dance. Her family's really musical, so there's a lot of singers on that side. We got a sign in our kitchen, it says cook, sing, and dance. And that's what we do in our kitchen. And we've been, we've been dancing with the kids growing up, going to weddings. You kind of go through those stages in your life where, you get out of college and people are getting married, you got your kids, you're still going to some of those weddings. So we were going to a lot of weddings there when our kids were younger, and, we kind of spot weddings now, but, ever since they were, old enough to walk, we always made them. They each had to dance with mom and dad one dance. And now, they each had to dance. They got to dance one dance with each other everywhere they go, whether it's a wedding, a prom, a homecoming. Dancing is a big thing in our family. So, and I think it's not because, my wife is a good dancer. My son is a great dancer too. Myself, I don't bring a lot to the table, but what I try to do, what I'm trying to do as a parent, I guess, is just that, have some courage to go out there and let people laugh at you and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Just don't be afraid. Go out and, as long as you're enjoying it, you're having fun and you're doing it, to be positive and stuff. And, and you never know. There's always somebody out there that would love somebody to ask them to dance when you're at those situations, and they're just waiting on that moment. So go ask somebody to dance. Go find somebody that is just waiting for somebody to look their way and go dancing with them. So yeah, we really push dancing. But yeah, just to go back to answering the actual question, every dance I dance is funky, especially when I'm trying to embarrass my kids.
Isn't that the greatest? When the kids get old enough to where they understand that dad's a goofball and you're just trying to embarrass them a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. And it's, and sometimes it's almost like cheating because, when you get that high school, sophomore, junior high schoolers, it's just so easy.
Yeah.
And then now that my kids are, I got one that's a senior, it's happened enough now that she just kind of shrugs it off, and even her friends are like, yep, that's just her dad. They've got it figured out now, so it doesn't work as much. But there's a moment in there when it's just really easy, and you don't have to be too much of a goofball to make it happen either.
I love it. I love, it's awesome. I don't know how we went from Get Funky Day to embarrassing kids and being good parents, but you got it down. So
thank you.
I think that's part of it. Embarrassing kids and being a dork is part of being a good parent.
I think so. I agree with you.
Hey, Coach, good luck this week at Columbus. Can't wait to chat next week after the upset victory by the Bulldogs. And thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you. I love hearing that stuff come out of your mouth there. That's fantastic. We're going to go do our best, and you have a great weekend.
Joe Horne joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle. It's your home, it's your auto, it's your life. Mike gets that. Get a hold of Mike Miller, State Farm in Helena today. My grandma used to take my cousin and I. We were a few years apart. I was probably 9, 10 when we started, 11, 12. But she would take us to weddings and dances. And this was back in the day when you could go to the bar with your grandma, and we would just go dance. And I learned how to dance really from my grandma, Donna. Fantastic dancer. Absolutely loved dancing with her, miss dancing with her. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I learned, and dancing, I've taught my 2 oldest kids, but you've got to have obviously the basic moves. You got to know how to 2-step. You got to know how to, see, and this is where I miss my grandma. You got to know how to polka, and you got to know how to waltz. If you can 2-step, polka, and waltz, you've got every dance pretty much nailed. And then, of course, you've got your rock dancing and your rap dancing and different moves, but the basic moves for dancing. I don't even know, did they still teach dancing in school? We used to do that in gym class. We would have a whole semester of dance class and do the square dancing. Oh, so much fun. I love dancing. Here's the thing. Line dancing sucks. The line dancing trend that came out in the early to mid 90s with country music absolutely blows. I went to a bar in San Diego in 2003 or 4. It must have been 2004 with my brother. He was back from deployment with the Navy. And we went to this great bar in San Diego. And I don't remember the name of it, but it was a lot of fun. And there was a great taco place right next to it. Anyway, they're all line dancing. I'm like, do people not know how to dance? Line dancing's not dancing. It's just stupid. And I'm sorry if you're a line dancer, but it's not, no. So learn how to dance, guys and girls, especially dudes. Because like Coach Horne said, you're waiting, you go to a dance, go to ask that girl to dance. It's like, what song is it? Red Akins. It's got a great song. Right? She said yes. And it's a great song. Can we hear part of it? And it doesn't matter, dudes. I know homecoming's pretty much over. But you got prom coming up. You've got winter formals. It's in this song right here.
He never had given much thought to dancing.
Yeah.
But she gave a lot of thought to being asked. Well, he never been good at coming right on out and asking. And she'd never been given the chance. But something moved and crossed that old gym floor when fear was holding fast. And to his surprise, the words came at last. And she said yes.
See? She'll say yes, guys. I know a lot of high schoolers listen to this. To the Jason Walker Show. Ask the most beautiful girl. Ask your crush to dance. She'll say yes. And if she says no, move on. But get up the courage. But learn to dance. And your mom will love it too. Your mom would love it. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. I don't know how we got on. It's funky day today. But learn how to dance. When we return, Off-the-Wall Mancave, we'll check in down the road on the I-15 in Boulder. Clint Layng, head football coach of Jefferson, will join us. This is the Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Lil Jon live in Bozeman with special guest Chingy. Curated dance party by DJ Aspen and Bozeman's own Missy O'Malley. Get your tickets now.
Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Jason Walker here, and if you're like me, some nights are mine to cook at home, and there's only one place that I know I can trust for a quick, easy meal for my family. Dinner's Done Right. When I stop into Dinner's Done Right, I trust that there will be a great selection of food that is healthy and easy to cook, either that night with their ready-to-make dinners, or I can plan for a weekend dinner from their frozen choices. And when I'm out and about in town, I know I can stop in for the grab-and-go salad bar with the freshest ingredients and homemade dressings. For monthly menus and more, visit dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from the Lundy Center, the Copper Club Casino.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Off-the-Wall Mancave. I'm still just thinking about dancing. So why not play a little Gaga Just Dance? I don't know what happened there. Oh, so I was talking about dancing with my grandma back in the day. I remember one time, this is a funny story before we get to Clint Layng. My dad, one night, I was out with my buddy. That would have been 1996, 97. I was out with my buddy at a dance club in Bozeman. We went there every weekend, had fun dancing with the MSU cheerleaders and hanging out with the football team. And they weren't very good. Bobcats weren't very good back then. But my buddy and I would go. And one night, I went down to Stacy's in Gallatin Gateway. And I was like, hey, Dad, I'm going into KO's. You want to go? thinking he would say no, right? I mean, this is a dance club. Dad's old. I don't remember how old he was at the time. He would have been, let's see, about 40-ish. So a little younger than I am now. But my dad was the hit of KO's dance club that night. He's out there dancing the two-step to Will Smith, getting jiggy with it. True story. My dad was getting jiggy with it, doing the two-step, the country two-step, and girls were lined up to dance with him. College girls. Oh, it was so funny. So funny that night. My dad was definitely getting jiggy with it. So when I got married to my wife, Tori, 6.5 years ago now, she walked up when the song came on, and that song asked my dad to dance a two-step to getting jiggy with it. True story. Jefferson Panthers are hoping to get jiggy with it and dance all over the football field against Big Timber this week. And joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline to chat about it is the head coach, Clint Layng, right here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach, a chance last week down at Columbus. Things didn't quite go your way at the end there, but take me through the game and how pleased you are with your performance. Or are you?
Yeah, for the most part, the only thing that was frustrating was, we had the ball inside the 5-yard line twice and didn't score. So that, that's pretty frustrating when you get down there and you don't finish the drives off. I thought we played pretty good in a lot of areas. We just had a few key plays that probably turned the game, we were without Luke Oxart. He didn't play at all. So we started the freshman Tyzer Zodi at quarterback, and I thought he did a good job. Like, being thrown into that situation with a kid that young, that's not easy. Mm-hmm. And he made some throws. He threw an 85-yard touchdown pass to Parker Wagner on one play. We did have a pick six, but that, we should have got the guy tackled. It never should have went for a pick six, but we didn't get him down, and then we didn't get him out of bounds. So that was kind of a killer, but I thought he did a good job for what he was thrown into. And we ran the ball really well. It was just a tough game. And then, not having Luke, that's a big deal, a real big deal, to be honest with you.
It is, especially in the, Class B or even 6 and 8 man. When you lose one guy, it can definitely change the roster and change a game plan. But, talking to Joe Horne over at Townsend, you go from 8th grade to 9th grade, and all of a sudden you're playing juniors and seniors. That's a big change. And for him to play well in his first start is pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. I pulled him outside the locker room after the game, and I said, "Hey, I said you don't take this hard, man. You hang your head high," because I could tell he was kind of upset after the game, and he felt really bad after that pick. And I just told him, I go, "You gave us a chance to win. That's all we could ask of you in this situation." And I just told him to keep his head up and should be proud of how you played.
That's good coaching right there.
Yep. Yeah. I was just, that situation is to be thrown into that as a freshman. And when you come in and, none of us expected him to be put in that situation because you don't plan on injuries, but, they happen. And so we had to make some adjustments, and we felt like playing him was our best option. And I think we were right.
Clint Layng joining us, Jefferson football coach. You got Big Timber coming to town this week, Friday night, tomorrow. Take me through Sweetgrass County. And, they're 2-5. They struggled, but they've got some talent. Everybody does in Class B. But what is good about Big Timber?
Yeah, they started out the season 2-0. They've had a rough stretch the last 3 games, but they've been playing really good teams. They lost to Columbus, Manhattan, and Loyola, I think, is their 3 losses. So they're kind of on a little bit of a slide right now. But they've in the past, we've had some pretty competitive games with them. Last year, I think it was like a 1 or 2 point game. So, we're focused on getting better this week, getting back on the right track. Hopefully around noon today, I have good news, and we're expecting good news that Luke Oxart's going to be back. And then we just need to get back to playing like we were a few weeks ago, get healthy, and then get rolling, so to speak.
You got 3 games left, and they're critical games, and it starts on Friday with Big Timber because, the playoff push is here, and there's no time for letdowns.
Oh, no, we have to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This game is a must-win. The kids know that, and they've prepared like it all week, and I think we're ready to go.
How do you approach that with young kids? Because they're 15 to 18 years old, but must win. You don't want to put too much pressure on them, but you want them to understand how big the game is.
Yeah, I just laid it out there. I didn't try to hide from it.
You don't sugarcoat anything. So
no, I just told them because we're in this situation now. So now we got to come out swinging and be ready. We have 3 games left to there's so many different scenarios, but there's a possibility we could win 2 out of 3, we're in. If we win the right 2, or obviously if we win 3 out of 3, then we're in for sure. So I just laid it out there and told them what we need to do. And I just tell it how it is.
Are you a Thursday night football fan?
It depends on the game. I'll probably watch some tonight just because there's nothing else tonight. And there's no baseball tonight. My Philadelphia Phillies took care of business last night, so I'll probably tune in a little bit.
Bears and Commanders. That doesn't make excitement if you're a NFL fan. Like, oh, I can't wait for this game. It's not like, no, it's Bears and Commanders.
Yeah, no, you have to probably have to bet on it to have a little bit of excitement to watch it.
I would think so. And I don't think I have any of those players on my roster. So what's Pittsburgh got this week?
I got the Ravens at home.
Okay. That'll be a good one.
Yeah. I was so mad after last Sunday. I couldn't even see straight.
I'm not very happy either. I'm about ready to figure out some trades because I'm tired of Najee not doing anything.
Yeah, until they do, I've told you from the start of the season, until something's done with Matt Canada, you probably don't want to have any expectations.
That's a very good point. Is Pickett going to play?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay.
From what I've heard, but the whole city of Pittsburgh, all the fans, the media, I've never seen Tomlin under this much heat. That city is not happy. And until Matt Canada is gone, they're not going to be happy.
I saw something on Twitter the other day. It said Roethlisberger should come back and run the offense.
Dude, I'm all for it. Yeah, we can't do any worse than what's going on right now. I'll guarantee Ben Roethlisberger can come in there in 4 days of practice and do a better job than Matt Canada does.
Probably. There is football every day for the next 48 or 49 days. How happy does that make you? Yeah.
That's awesome. That's the best.
And that's just college and pros. That doesn't even include high school stuff.
Yeah, you can't get any better than that.
So you're a Phillies fan? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, diehard Phillies fan, man. Ever since I was a little kid. Mike Schmidt, that's how I became a Phillies fan.
Okay. He was good.
As a little kid, I just started watching baseball a little bit, and happened to be watching games with Mike Schmidt playing. He was hitting bombs, winning Gold Gloves at third base, and I was like, okay, this is my team.
See, and that's kind of how I got started with the Mets. I've been a Mets fan since I was 9.
Yeah.
Or like, my fantasy teams, every one, doesn't matter, is called the Amazing Mess because that's just what they are usually, is a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They were supposed to be good this year too.
Well, they should have been. They should have been really good. They'll be fine. They'll be fine next year. They'll be back. Not that they've ever, I can't say be back, but all right. So who wins, Braves or Phillies in the series?
Oh, I'm going with the Phillies.
Well, I know,
but
take your heart out of it and go realistically. I mean, the Braves, really good baseball team.
Yeah, they are. But I think the Phillies are pretty dang good. I mean, their lineup with Trey Turner, Harper, Real Muto, Alec Boehm, and Bryson Stott, Castellanos. I'll put that lineup against anybody. And then the Phillies' top two pitchers, Wheeler and Nola, playoff experience. Those guys are tough. I think they gave up one run in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
So I think the Phillies are built for the playoffs with their roster and how they're set up. I like their chances. I really do.
Okay. Who would you like to see the Phillies play in the World Series?
In the World Series, if they made it that far?
Yeah.
Well, who do I think's the weakest over there? Maybe, how about the Twins?
Okay. Twins looked good the last 2 days.
Yeah, but I'd like my chances against them.
The Rangers look good. There's some good teams in the AL. I'm not an AL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't root for the Phillies. I can't be on your side on this one, Coach, being a Mets guy. I just cannot root for the Phillies.
Yeah, that's okay. I kind of like being the lone guy for a team. So that's fine.
So how come, I mean, you grew up a Steelers fan and you love the Steelers. How come you weren't a Pirates guy?
I don't know. I can't explain it, but the other day at practice, Coach Padmos was asking me how I'm a Phillies fan, and I go, it's Mike Schmidt. It's just,
okay.
I don't know how else to explain it. I was a little kid, and when I first started watching baseball, it just happened to be I was watching Mike Schmidt play, and then he just became my favorite player. So that was my team.
Okay. I like that. And you stuck with them even. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, Coach. Yep. Hey, good luck against Big Timber tomorrow night at home, and looking forward to a Panther victory, and we'll chat next week about it.
Yeah. We're going to get back on track. I'm fully confident now that I'm pretty sure we're going to get healthy and we're going to get back on track.
Clint Layng joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. Oh man, the Phillies, that's tough. Sorry, Coach, I can't cheer for them. It's like being a Cowboys fan or a Lakers fan and rooting for the Celtics in a game, or the Eagles. Just can't. Let's see here. Let's do On This Day in History, shall we? It is October the 5th already. Man, can you believe that? Do Something Nice Day, Get Funky Day, and Apple Betty Day. I don't know what Apple Betty is. It looks like apple crumble, almost. I think that's kind of what it is. Apples, cinnamon, and oats. So it's very similar to an apple crisp or a crumble or even a cobbler. So there you go. Let's see. On this date in 1900, U.S. Open. Harry Vardon of Jersey wins his only U.S. Open title. 1908, White Sox pitcher Ed Walsh beats the Detroit Tigers for his 40th victory of the season. 1921, Grantland Rice announces the New York Giants, New York Yankees Baseball World Series as it's broadcast for the first time over radio. He was not at the game. He was reading updates by telegraph. Reminds me of Bull Durham. There's a scene where the radio crew didn't travel, and like the stats color guy, everything was on the phone getting updates, and then the announcer would use sound effects like he was at the game. 1949, it was reported that Bobby Jones had a rare spinal disease that would prevent him from ever playing any form of golf again. 1991, Fresno State tied an NCAA football record, 49 points in a quarter. The second quarter, they beat New Mexico 94-17. Mario Lemieux, Patrick Waugh, each fantastic hockey players, each turned 58 today. Also on this date, 1958, KRTV in Great Falls begins broadcasting. Chief Joseph surrendered south of Havre, ending the Nez Perce War. the Nez Perce, 1877. And Mike Mansfield passed away on this date in 2001.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. I believe I will be having lunch there today before I head off to Missoula to broadcast volleyball with SWX. ABC Fox Montana, Color 8 in Billings. Oh, it's going to be fun. Sentinel at Big Sky on the volleyball court today over in the Garden City. Looking forward to that. Let's see. Did we miss anything? I don't think we did. We had a good week. Great week. Always fun. Love this. Love you. Love what we do. It's a good time. October the 5th, man. I can't believe it. Halloween is just around the corner. The holidays are just around the corner. Thanks to Dane Broadhead, Kyle Mihelish, Tyler Murray, Joe Horne, Clint Layng, Glaciers, flag football state champ, part of her team. Noah Fincher. If you missed anything, you can go to jasonwalkershow.com. You can also, if you want to watch Noah's interview, you can listen to it there. You can also watch it at Rumble. Jason Walker Show on Rumble. We'll do it again next week. Coaches and the Casey Fitzsimmons will join us. Looking forward to that. Thanks to our sponsors in the Off-the-Wall Mancave included. Have a great weekend. Good luck to everybody in action this weekend. Be safe, be smart, have fun. We'll see you back here at Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.